I feel like I've been given a gift of life. Fighting sickle cell is in my blood. My parents found out that I was going to have sickle cell disease when my mom was pregnant with me. They did the amniocentesis, which is basically a genetic exam that women who are expecting do, and they found out then and there that I would be having the condition. It was a shock to them because they didn't know that my mom also carried the trait. Way back when in Ghana, they told her that she doesn't have the trait, but my father did know he had the trait. So when they had me here in America, it took them by surprise that I was born with sickle cell disease. Sickle cell disease is a genetic condition that affects the shape of red blood cells. Our red blood cells are usually round, but with people born with sickle cell disease, they're more crescent shaped, making it harder for oxygen to perfuse around the body or go around the body. And it causes intense pain called vaso-occlusive crises or pain crises. And it can also cause organ damage.
Because it's a red blood cell disorder, it can cause the red blood cells to be fragile, and that causes something called anemia, which means low red blood cell count. People with anemia get very tired and fatigued, so they're not always able to have the strength to do the things that they want to do from day to day. Another issue with sickle cell disease is because it makes the cells abnormally shaped, it can get stuck in places it's not supposed to get stuck, and that can actually cause a lot of pain.
I tell people sickle cell disease feels like glass running through your veins. Wherever blood flows, sickle cell goes. So you could feel it in your joints, all of your bones, your back, everywhere. And without transfusions, it's just the worst feeling ever because I'm unproductive, I'm in bed all day, and I just can't get up. I can't physically move without being picked up.
In the United States, sickle cell disease is considered a rare disease, meaning it impacts less than 200,000 people in this country. It is true that you will see a lot of people with sickle cell disease tend to be from African ancestry, but I tell people that any ancestry or any ethnicity can be impacted. And sickle cell disease is a disease that I actually happen to be born with. And it's also one that impacted my family. And sadly, one of my cousins passed away from sickle cell disease when she was just a teenager. That actually inspired my career. One of the important things I realized when I became a doctor who was caring for children with sickle cell disease is that it wasn't enough to understand it as a blood disorder. I also had to figure out how to advocate for the disease. Along my advocacy journey, I ran into a lovely young lady named Faith.
Funny thing is, I found out I had sickle cell disease when I was about 7 years old. This is a year before I started my advocacy journey. I found out because I went to a hematologist appointment with my mom, and they're throwing around the word sickle cell disease a lot, and I went home very curious about what sickle cell disease was. So I asked my uncle, like, hey, like, what is sickle cell? Like, do you have it? Like, does the whole family have it or what? And they're like, well, no, we all have the trait, but you have the disease. And he reassured me in that moment that everything will be fine and I'm okay as long as I still take care of myself. So I jumped into advocacy at 8 years old. I was testifying at the Texas Capitol for more sickle cell policy.
She inspires me because she is an advocate as well.
8 years old, I was an advocate. I turned into a digital advocate when I was 20. So I've been in the game for 18 years. I'm now 26, so yeah, I've been doing this for a while.
She tells her story so that people can understand how challenging it is to have sickle cell disease, but how you can also live beyond your diagnosis.
I get transfusions every 3 months, and with transfusions, they've saved my life on multiple accounts. Whether it's my hemoglobin being low or me just being energetic again and being productive again, transfusions is a game changer.
When I was in college, I got sick. I got something called aplastic crisis. And that means that my bone marrow wasn't making my red blood cells. And so I needed blood transfusions. And so I am grateful to the people who donated blood so that I was able to be alive today, one, but then also finish college, go to med school, and be the person I am today.
My body fights itself every day, you know, but I'm a warrior. I overcome it. I overcome the pain.
I kind of look up to her, and she is so sweet. She tells me she looks up to me too, and I feel like it's almost like a sisterhood, that we encourage each other with the disease, but then we're also to hopefully encourage other people that are living with the disease, because sometimes you feel like there's not hope. sometimes you struggle and feel like you're the only one out there with it.